Today we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to watch a viewer submitted video. So this isn't their account. I'm going to show you just the setup on my account, then we're going to go into the video they sent. So Huffy in the Pathcord graciously sent me a 3-star Annie build, and the relic combo was Guardian Angel, Ravenous Hydra, and Dreadway Chase Gun. This does sort of require rolling for perfection to start with, but it is probably scalable to any champion that is a low cost, so 1 or 2. You should be able to pull this off, maybe even on 3. It is a perfection build, so keep that in mind. And they told me that the only bonus star they had was the Star of Wonder for Death's Hand, getting Charging Sigil 2, but that doesn't really change anything if you have Perfection, so it should be just like a regular 3-star run. And again, these are the relics: Guardian Angel, Ravenous Hydra, and Dreadway Chase Gun. This build is actually pretty brilliant, and it's so Dia-coded that I should have figured it out, but I did not. And you know, we want more 3-star builds for the 10-star adventure, and I'm not going to do them all. I wasn't planning on doing any ever, so it's really nice that someone else didn't send me their footage, so we're going to go over that today. I might be a little critical about some of the things they do, but overall, they won at 3 stars with Annie, and the build is legitimately brilliant. So I might criticize a little bit, but more than anything, I'm in awe of what they did, and you know, everything I say is meant constructively. I think what they did was an incredible job, so we're going to go into that video now. Alright, so I try to edit. We're also trying something new here, where I'm trying to edit a little bit. So again, it's a perfection build. We take perfection to start. Also, Annie's only level 32. 42 hit points is not that many. And then we go into Jubilant Poro. So yeah, I'm also trying to edit a little bit. We'll see how that worked out. I don't know if it did or didn't. And I don't think the sound came through precisely properly, but you know, audio is impossible. So here's the core of the build. You drop Annie with Ravenous Hydra because of perfection. It does 4 damage, which means that it can clear everything on the board. You also get 2 warning shots out of it, which will do 8 damage as soon as that landmark is removed. And yeah, that is the whole thing. You also have Guardian Angel, which means, well, I'll just let it be shown. We pass here. Drop a house spider. I don't know if I would have done that. I might have just done nothing instead. Plain, it's not wrong. I probably personally would have done nothing instead. And then now that the landmark's gone, we can warning shot, and we can warning shot. Drop Legion Saboteur. Attacking will do 4 damage with that. Manasoul Student makes it so that when you play a spell, you do 4 more damage. So we're just stacking up damage here. I've cut out some of the thinking. It's not bad to think, it's actually quite good to think. But if you see like weird cuts, that's what's happening here. Alright, we Death Sand. And we Death Sand again, and then we win. I say we, I had nothing to do with this. Again, I'm taking no credit for any part of this. Huffy did this on his own, and it's honestly, it's amazing. Take Spellslinger, I think that's probably what I would have taken there as well. And for a support, we end up taking Fizz with Rally Banner. Not sure how important Rally is. I might have taken Nami in this situation, and then planned on just playing a bunch of spells, but I mean, ultimately it doesn't matter that much. They're actually really similar in terms of like what support cards they have. We go through Mirror Mage. Usually I think this side's better. The right hand side can be very rough. I think I'm more afraid of Lulu and Zed than I am of Karma and Set though. But also, sometimes you can pick up the 10 health on the left side, and that's very useful. Play Annie, clears the board, except for the Mirror Mage, of course. And then, if I were playing, I'd probably drop Fizz there. but Saboteur is good as well. Probably can't attack with Saboteur though. You might have been able to attack with Fizz. You play Fizz and then Warning Shot and then attack. But then your Warning Shot only does 1 instead of 4, which it'll do later. So I don't know if that's worthwhile anyway. Guile to break Spell Shield, I think is fine. And then you probably Disintegrate when it attacks. Yep, then don't attack. And here is, I think, one of the best parts of the build. When you block and Annie dies, she hits with Ravenous Hydra because of Guardian Angel and clears the board. It's also one of the most satisfying sounds ever. We Warning Shot, we Warning Shot, we Warning Shot. One more. I would have Warning Shot again. We attack. Disintegrate to keep the Saboteur alive. Also gets rid of the Mirror Mage, which is like the most dangerous thing on the board. You could have also used the Fizz spell to attack again, which probably would have been good. Doesn't ultimately matter at this point. You've already won the game. Oh, you get to attack again anyway? Oh, because Fizz died, it does rally. It's actually a better play. I would have spent mana to do the exact same thing. Death Sand? Don't need to keep Fizz alive. Just need to kill the Nexus. This is a little bit unfortunate, having it at 5 hit points means the Warning Shot will only do 1, or take it down to 1, so you're kind of like 1 damage short. But the Powder Monkey next round will finish it. And then you rally again, actually, because of, what am I even thinking? This guy's better than I am. I forgot that Fizz dying is a rally. Which is probably the whole point of taking him in the first place. Trinket trade as Pyromantic Wake. Pyromantic Wake is super good. We purchase a couple rerolls. Keeping enough money to buy a legendary power. If you see it. Or having more for Meditate later. I think this is somewhat reliant on you actually drawing Annie, so removing cards in your deck is important. I don't know if I pass here and then play. Okay, Fizz as a passing move is good. And drop Annie. Then they'll play a card. And you probably do nothing, or you could Warning Shot and attack with Fizz. I think are your two options. They attack. Challenging. You block with Fizz, he dies so that you get Rally. I don't think Rally is as important until the line mark's gone, but I mean it doesn't hurt. And we have another Fizz in hand anyway. Maybe open attack there, because now they can play a card. So they drop Fizz. Or not they drop Fizz, they drop Keeper of Masks. You can stun it and then attack. But they also have mana, so they'll probably play something else. Yeah. That's pretty unsurprising. I probably would have attacked anyway. Now that the line mark is gone, we can burn our Warning Shots. Got Manasoul Student. Attack again. Attack again. I think the ideal scenario is to draw another Annie here. But Manasoul Student still gives you a way to win, and you have 2 Death Sands. So overall it should probably be fine. Death Hands, the Shadow Fiend. Then you probably win between Warning Shot and the 2 Death Sand. Nope, he'd be at 1. Just didn't have the mana to play both. Now we finish it off.
That's so cool.
And here we probably take Noxian Fervor. It gives us a way to kill our own unit, whereas nothing else there does literally anything. We go for the tasty Feyfolk. I think the 10 hit points is almost always better than making a friend, but if you could like super boost a unit, maybe that would be better. But I mean, the 10 hit points is, I think, almost always going to be better. It's also not a card you have to draw. We go into Lulu and Zed. Drop Annie. Surprised it didn't block. I guess I would have lost a unit and losing 1 hit point isn't really that big of a deal. Not sure how well the AI calculates. So you just have to check your hand space here, make sure that when Annie dies, you're not overfilling your hand. So right now we are 1 card over. We can fix that in a number of ways. Noxian Fervor on the Nexus takes out a card. It also kills Annie, which would kill their entire board. So, and since it kills the board, you don't have to aim it at a unit. They replay Lulu. I think you have to spend a couple warning shots here. At least, probably at least 1, I think. You'll get a Guile, but you also lose a Guile. So yeah, we burnt a card here. Not that big of a deal. We still have like 4 warning shots in hand. And we also have Death's Hand. So warning shot, warning shot. Warning shot. Coral creatures. Jailbreak. Death's Hand. Probably on Lulu. Not sure if attacking makes too much sense here. Actually, if you have another Annie in hand, it's good. Yeah, and he does. So they'll block with a spell shield, and then you lose Annie. Which means you can replay. Clearing the board. That's so satisfying. Double warning shot. Actually have another one, and then Death's Hand, and that should finish off the game. Or you could also Trinket trade here because it has Pyromantic Wake. I probably take Mini Morph here. Gives us a solution for the end. He went for Riptide Rex. If you get to play Riptide Rex, he's really good because he'll attack, I think, 7 times for 4 damage each. And his cost is reduced every round, so you might actually get to play him. But I'd probably take Mini Morph just for the safety. I think the right side here is also very, very hard. So I tend to go left just because it is a safer option. Then we meditate, get rid of cards, gets rid of the prefect, which I think is correct, and gets rid of captive grayback as well. And he does go right, which is very brave. So much can go wrong on this side, especially with Zinneia. Every time they do damage to your Nexus, Zinneia gets to gets reduced in cost. Or every time they strike, I think. So the more you let them hit, the worse your life gets. I think stun into an attack for 1 extra damage would have been fine there. But I mean, it doesn't really matter either way if you wanted to keep the spell mana. They recall Annie, so we replay, getting to clear the board. I probably would have played a warning shot first because we overcapped our hand. Drop Legion Saboteur. And now we warning shot, probably 1 more warning shot, Noxian Fervor into 2 more warning shots. We can die on the attack, it saves us from having to use Noxian Fervor.
These moves are always on point.
Holding it was good, turns out. Noxian Fervor on Zinneia, and then you can block, and then you have a nice little attack here. And Zinneia goes down. Alright. Here, I didn't even know that was a card. Mischievous Mirai. Does make a powder keg. Powder keg's nice, but Pool Shark just gives you a draw and it only costs 1, so it's more playable. I think you're almost never going to play Mirai. Hopefully if things are going well, you never have to. And I don't know if we bought, yeah, okay, we buy rerolls. Rerolls are so good in this adventure, you just want as many as possible so you can stack in those really good powers. If you don't get those powers, then you're going to be so much weaker for the end. Whereas if you get enough rerolls, you can be super broken at the end. And then if you're super broken at the end, your life is super good. Drop Annie, clear the board. You drop Fizz, check our cards in hand, maybe. They drop Highwayman.
I wanna play.
We attack. We don't attack. This is rough, but we have Noxian Fervor, so it's fine. Checking our hand to make sure that we have space for those warning shots. We don't have to play them if we have space. Disintegrate will remove the unit after Ravenous procs, and then we only take 5 damage here. If we do block the middle guy, we could take no damage instead, but this is still fine. And we pass. And we pass. And we pass. They just have an infinite amount of 1-cost units. We did burn a card here. I don't know if it would have been worth playing a warning shot just to not burn a card, but we may have been able to play a different card. I wasn't watching our mana. Okay, Death's Hand could prevent that guy from being replayed. We decide we don't care about that. And we attack. One unfortunate thing is that you can't Death's Hand your own unit. That would be really helpful here. Drop Saboteur, and then we attack. Attack with everything. Have a Disintegrating Hand if Annie were to die. That would be fine. Although I don't think they're going to block Annie. Maybe they would have though. Since they could have killed Annie and kept their unit alive. Disintegrate for the draw, I guess, or maybe to get rid of the Sparring Student. Plenty of reasons to do it, don't know which one he picked. Their board's kind of scary. But Fizz died, so we do get another attack.
I wanna play.
Guile on the Student. Now anything that blocks is just gonna die. They decide to take 8 damage, which is actually perfect for us. Now we can double warning shot Death's Hand. just take advantage of those massive boosts from perfection. They remove their own unit. Sure, that sound still hits, that's fine. Scorched Earth. He presses this button a lot of times, I think because he wants to tell me to really pay attention. Take Scorched Earth so we can get rid of that landmark. The faster we get rid of the landmark, the better everything is. Here I would have snap taken Arcane Empowerment. I don't know if it actually would have worked with Perfection, but he rerolls and gets Explosive Finale, so he's a better player than I am. I'm really not sure how that interaction works. If you take Arcane Empowerment, if it would have done more damage. I don't know if it probably depends on what your total amount of damage ends up being. Like Noxian Fervor going to 4 from 3 doesn't actually do anything. So maybe skipping on Arcane Empowerment was the correct thing to do. I'm actually just fully unsure how any of that works. I'm going to Azir Irelia, who is, you know, terrifying. They drop Shadow Assassin, we take 9 damage, can't do anything about it. Does Disintegrate Azir here. Makes sense, we're going to drop Annie next. Then Azir dies, and so does everything else. We do have Scorched Earth in hand, so we can pass. Okay, I guess attack first, that, you know, extra damage is good. Then next round, Scorched Earth the landmark. Unless you want to get rid of Irelia, that's probably better. You can kill her at burst, but if you let her attack, she's going to grow a little bit, and you don't want that to happen. So I think killing her now makes the most sense. You do trade your landmark destruction for it, but it's probably fine. I think there's a chance you could landmark destroy and then block with Annie, and then double warning shot. Here, I think it just makes sense to pass. Pass, open attack, and then double warning shot. Or maybe you can't open attack. Not really double warning shot, 4 warning shots. Eat the damage, doesn't really matter. All we need to do is find a way to get like 1 point of damage through and we're good. Probably drop Fizz actually, so he can get elusive off of the warning shots. And that's the 1 damage we need. We do get recalled, which a little bit unfortunate, but won't kill us. Just pass. You had another Annie in hand you could block there. Did I miscalculate damage? I thought all we needed was 1. Apparently we needed 2. And he does. Probably play House Spiders here for blockers for next round. Scorchers with Predict is good too. You could predict into something that'll save your life. We didn't. Oh, as what? Aromantic Wake, I guess? Or was Manasoul Student on the board? I don't know. Clearly not paying enough attention. Farsight Alteration is great. And we skip it. Iceborne Gauntlet, also great. I'd probably take Iceborne over Spirit Stone here. Having extra copies of Annie is nice, but it's kind of hard to get her killed twice. Kind of hard to get her killed once. And he rerolls and finds Deathless. This guy is the best reroller in the entire game. For a power, Nami's power is insane. We take Embrace the Current. So now whenever we play warning shots, we're going to get more mana back. So you could play like 3 warning shots and pick up, and then you'd be able to cast Scorched Earth. So Scorched Earth is kind of free now. And we take the top path. I think the top path is harder than the bottom path, but you know, you have to pick one way and they're both really hard. Minotaur Reckoner is hard, Jhin and Annie is hard, Draven and Jinx is hard, So I don't know that there's actually a good way to go in here. We disintegrate. This way when we drop Annie, the Manasoul Student will die. That prevents a lot of damage coming at us in the future. And just make sure you don't overdraw on cards. I don't think you had to play both warning shots there. And I almost certainly wouldn't have Noxian Fervored. Although he's smarter than I am, because with Deathless he cleared the other Manasoul Student, so. And he needed to play the warning shots because now he's full of warning shots. So what do I know? Alright. Reveler's Feast lets you kill an Annie because we have Deathless. That's really good. It's also a way to clear their board. So you kill Annie, make new Annie, and then we still need 2 rounds to get rid of the landmark. Drop Fizz. I'd probably stun here so we don't get the attack. Although if we take the attack then we can block with Annie and play new Annie. Still maybe worth it to just stun. He agrees. So I think he's not giving elusive to his Fizz so that it actually has an opportunity to die if they block. Because of the rally banner. So I've been saying that you should make him elusive and attack with him this entire time. I think I'm actually wrong. Getting him killed is kind of your ideal situation. That's hand for damage, and next round the landmark is gone, so you can just kind of pass here and then hit the nexus with the warning shots. And they can't do anything since they're burst speed. Easy. Here we take Bouncing Bomb, probably the best option of the options available. I would probably skip at an item chest, but more Noxian Fervor isn't bad either. And we go into Crimson Aristocrat. Crimson Aristocrat can do a lot of damage with I don't think it's called Crimson Aristocrat.
Hello, dear. What have you got us into now?
Crimson Disciple. Attack with Annie. The Ravenous Hydra drop is just so much. It's just so cool. It's such good tech. I don't know what I do here. I think here I'm just terrified. Double Trouble sounds good. I don't know. Warning shot to make space for when Annie dies. Then we Double Trouble. Oh, we also got all our mana back because of Nami's power. And we can play Coral Creatures. Now we have good blockers, and this is significantly less terrifying. Pick up Parlay. What a lucky pull. Parlay Annie. Kill a couple units, make some more Annies. Still have to wait 2 rounds for that landmark to go away, which is sad. But they are not going to attack anymore. Warning shot, warning shot, warning shot, warning shot. I probably would have saved this for when the landmark went away. But, I mean, he's been really good at killing his own Annie. So, there's a high chance that he'll just make more anyway. This hand, killing the thing that does damage to you. It's a good call. It's done. I mean, they're not attacking anyway, so I don't think it matters. But you also have Nami's power, so you just, you get it back. And yeah, because of red as her lips, the Annies die, which I obviously simply forgot, as per usual. So I would have wasted a ton of damage. Attack with everything. Surprised they don't block here, because they could get a lot of value out of blocking, because they would do damage to the nexus. So that's a weird choice. I think you just play your 4 warning shots because you're going to die again anyway. It doesn't matter either way. They have 13 hit points. Pew pew! And we get through. Take Captive Greyback, which we got rid of earlier, but it does have Frost Spikes, and Frost Spikes plus Explosive Finale is an incredible combination. And here we cut some cards. I skipped through it. I probably would have kept a Noxian Fervor. I know you don't have your champion in hand, and it's kind of scary to not have it. And I guess you have a lot of time to draw into Noxian Fervor. But it's such a good way to get rid of Annie and such a good protection spell. I probably would have kept it, seen it in hand. You do kind of want to be finding Scorched Earth too, so maybe the full mulligan is good.
It's Kythera, Annie. Hey, Tibbers. Fang's turn.
Play Saboteur. I think you could have stunned the Hawk and then attacked there, since the stun is free because of Nami's power. Probably stun Jhin. Unless you have plans for Jhin attacking you. Probably seems better not to have Jhin attack you. And we block. And we block. And we pass. Got Manasoul Student.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
They mirror. This is probably fun. He dies, you get an attack. Or you could break it actually with Warning Shot here so that Fizz stays alive. Or you could use Disintegrate. Because you don't have a good attack here, so the rally wasn't super valuable. Me attack and almost die because of it. Forgetting Jin's power. I do that all the time. They open attacking abilities. There's nothing you can do here. So, if we had kept Fizz alive, if we had not attacked, I think we actually win that, but I don't know. A lot of things to keep track of. If we drew Scorched Earth to start, that would have also helped. And we reroll. Drop Annie. Saboteur comes down. And we pass. I don't know that I Noxian Fervor here. I think I would have just played units on the board. I guess you don't need units if you kill their entire board. I keep forgetting. All like the little intricacies of how this deck operates. Probably just stun. And we don't have to worry about Jhin attacking. Warning shot. Trinket trade for warning shot. Yes. Yes. Then we probably block with Annie. So you should spend the warning shots because you're going to get 2 more because of the Deathless Guardian Angel. I think we burnt 2 there. It's fine as long as we survive. We drop Captive Grey back to clear the board. Get stunned, not that big of a deal. Attack with everything. Okay, attack just with the Annies. I mean, they would have blocked with Sunhawk anyway on the Brash Gambler, I want to say. That's not his name. That can't possibly be. Pool Shark. Pool Shark is his name. Might have also saved that for next round when the landmark was gone, so we just do more damage. Warning shot, warning shot, warning shot, Noxian Fervor, easy win. 22 damage as soon as that landmark's gone. Such a pain. Take coral creatures? Probably meditate that out later. Let's see what he does. Does meditate out coral creatures. And then another guard maybe? And Double Trouble. Double Trouble is kind of good. Having 2 blockers is actually kind of nice, but there's so many keywords in this adventure that it's so easy for them to hit like Elusive or Overwhelm, and I don't know, that really lowers the value of 0 cost blockers. Drop Annie. I think Fizz is okay. It's nice to have on board. Not sure I would attack here though. I guess if you're trying to get Annie killed. Not sure why they're not blocking Fizz. They just don't want to give you the rally. So taking 2 extra damage isn't that big of a deal. Warning shot, warning shot. You could disintegrate on the Trifarian Shield Breaker. And then block here. This actually might be enough to kill anyway without disintegrate. Yeah. It's crazy how much damage Deathless Guardian Angel Ravenous Hydra does. Pass? Bull Shark. Bull Shark's not bad. Pass. I don't know that I spend the warning shots here. I think I would just rather have them in hand than not have them in hand. Even if I'm burning other cards. But, I mean, I guess if you pull something like Noxian Fervor, then you're in a better position anyway. So. And there it is. I might just pass here. You have to have Noxian Fervor because otherwise you lose it, but Noxian Fervor and then pass. Maybe play the Guile first. You're actually also going to probably create 4 warning shots so you could play the Disintegrates as well. Although Disintegrate draws a card, so actually it's not worth playing. But you do play the Guile and then do it, and so you just get more warning shots in your hand. Of course, we're never punished. We draw another Noxian Fervor. See, here I would not play warning shots. I'm like pretty sure I'm right. Because they just do so much more damage next round. Yeah, you Guile also to just get it out of your hand, and then probably also save the Noxian Fervor for next round, and then you Warning Shot, use all your Warning Shots, Noxian Fervor on Annie, get more Warning Shots, but they're probably dead anyway because their landmark's gone. I'm gonna try this later, and I'm gonna make more mistakes. Again, the point is not to be critical here. I think this build is absolutely brilliant. You just notice things. And it's harder to notice when you're playing than when you're watching because you're in the middle managing so many more things. You have stress and emotion that like you don't have when you're just playing or when you're watching. Here is Incisive Tactician. He actually trades out his Pyromania, which is Annie's 3-star, and pulls Power Overwhelming. Pyromania is not doing anything because we have Perfection, so I mean if you also had Elemental Winds, then you would obviously make an argument to keep Pyromania, but since we don't, it's actually not doing anything. And you can get a legendary power out of it. So you could have gotten Duplicate. Tarkaz scares me. He just has so many stats. Now obviously you can just block him, so that part's nice, but if he ever gets overwhelmed, he's like one of the most terrifying things ever. Warning Shot. More Warning Shot? No. Chembunk Shredder comes down, you gotta play all your Warning Shots now. Does Chembunk Shredder not kill? The fact that he's aiming with Disintegrate kind of suggests that it doesn't. Okay, so this is clever. Your Annie's not going to die normally because it has too many hit points. You Noxian Fervor on the Nexus just for more damage, and then you Disintegrate on Tarkaz so that it dies to Ravenous Hydra. So you get 6 extra damage onto the Nexus, and then since you've lowered the health of your Annies through killing them with Guardian Angel, they die to Chembunk Shredder, which just refills your hand with Warning Shots. Really good play. I'm not sure I would have thought of that. Actually, I'm 100% sure I wouldn't have thought of that. And we're growing because of Power Overwhelming. Greyback next round is better than Greyback this round. I probably would have held, but you have a second one in hand. It's not really a big deal. Can't do anything to stop that. Even if you remove their unit, you still take the damage from it. So it's just not really helpful. Disintegrate here is great. If that thing open attacks, you don't really have a response for it. And then you just take like 11 damage probably. Maybe 8. For no reason. I don't understand the stun here, but you could be trying to level up Annie. Typically, I think you're not going to want to level up Annie because she adds a card to your hand that's hard to get rid of, and you already have hand space issues. Additionally, I don't know, mostly that, but I don't know. Doesn't really matter either way. Landmark's gone, you could probably just do Greyback, that'll kill 2, so that's 8 damage. And then the double Warning Shot finishes it off. Also, you could play Rex, finally. This is the first time we've had the opportunity to play Rex the entire game. Probably objectively the wrong choice to play Rex. But it's the first time you can play it, so, you know. You gotta take those opportunities when they show up, even if they're wrong. Annie with Spell Shield is actually kind of bad, but you still take it because more copies of your champion's good. Pick up a Revive at the Rekindler, and I'm going to Teemo and Swain. They make you draw a bunch of cards, which is good and bad. Scorched Earth is amazing pickup. I like when he clicks on it a lot of times to remind me that it's a good card. Drop Annie. So here you could warning shot, scorched earth on the landmark. Non-zero chance he forgot that he had Nami power in the moment. I probably would have. But getting rid of that landmark early is just so powerful. And then after you scorched earth, you could still use the stun. I don't think you need to use the stun, but you could. No reason not to. Break spell shield. And hold on to the warning shot for scorched earth. They let you end round, you end round. I know getting rid of scorched earth looks good. I know not letting them whatever get the bonus keywords and power from the power of friendship thing is good. I think they let you end round, you end round. You just press that button. Now that said, warning shot, warning shot, warning shot, and we win. So clearly I'm wrong, but I would have ended round in a heartbeat. I wouldn't have even thought twice about it. Just too much risk. Challenger is great. It's a good way to get your Annie killed. Now you can forcibly do it as long as their units either have spell shield or are bigger than yours. Endurance isn't good. Get swole. Also not really good. It's not really doing anything for you. And he checks the map ahead, seeing what other chances to get powers are. There's a ton usually. I would never take Targonian Tullstones, I think. Actually, it doesn't have Hush. If it has Hush, I might take it. But right now, I think the only thing that matters for you is drawing Scorched Earth. Between Annie and Scorched Earth, your turn 1 kills are going way up, especially with Challenger. Should be rolling anything that isn't those two powers, I think. Or the champion and the spell. Maybe keep an Noxian Fervor so that you have ways to get rid of your own champ. Warning shot, and we attack. Ravenous Hydra. Pass. Yeah, not sure the point of that stun, unless you're trying to level up Annie, but leveling up Annie comes with some very strict disadvantages. I'd probably pass here, hold the spell mana, hold the Noxian Fervor in case you draw into Scorched Earth, then you can get more value out of it later. Warning shot, so that you can draw more cards. Warning shot again. Bouncing Bomb to clear out the units, and we do predict into Scorched Earth. So yeah, see how holding all of that would have been a little bit more useful. Although without the predict, maybe you never get to Scorched Earth, so it is what it is. I don't know if I play defensive here or if I just get rid of the Nexus or the landmark. I did play Warning Shot before Scorched Earth, and I'm not sure if it was if that was for the mana gain or if it was just misplay. Might have needed the mana. Play Disintegrate on Poro King. Wonder if that makes him less likely to attack. Probably. Fervor on the Nexus seems good. We have Deathless plus Guardian Angel. Oh, it didn't kill that Annie. They probably should have targeted the other one. Then we would have made the warning shots. Interesting. So here's where leveling up is a little bit of a problem. Since Annie's leveled, the her power turns into a stun, so he is unable to get Annie killed here. If Annie were to die, obviously he just wins the game on the spot. So it's a little bit of a delay. Not that big of a deal. Still has Manasoul Student. They still have to attack him if they ever want to win. So at some point he's going to lose the Annies, but he might take a little bit of extra damage. And that level up might have been unavoidable anyway. He's been doing just like a whole lot of actions, so. Now we drop Captive Greyback. It doesn't kill anything, so maybe we don't drop Captive Greyback. We can play Riptide Rex. We've never played him. Nope, we just Death's Hand, which, you know, wins the game, and that's better. I still want to see Riptide Rex. I want to see him go down. Probably take Affectionate Poro with the rally. That seems good. We like rallying. And we grab Stabilize. Stabilize plus... Yeah, I see he's considering Domination. There's no consideration. Stabilize plus Deathless with Guardian Angel. Like, you really can't go wrong there. It's so much extra damage. And... we need Scorched Earth. We need Annie. All other cards are bad cards. Play Annie, clear the board. Get hit with Sunburst, which will just hit Spell Shield. I'd probably play Pull Shark and pass here. Because we do want Scorched Earth to get rid of the landmark before we start spending all our resources. And Pull Shark will draw us into another card. Now our hand is full, we do want to play at least 2 warning shots. Attack is fine. Let us play 2 more warning shots. They only do 1 damage, but still, you know, you gotta get rid of the Nexus eventually. And we pass. And around. Apparently here, he hit his recording limit. So he had to start again. The board just filled with Poros, nothing else happened. Warning shot, warning shot. Fizz, maybe? Stun the Traveler. Eclipse Dragon is terrifying. Fizz with Stabilize gets you that extra Fizz. On your attack turn, that would be an extra rally too. Because of the rally banner that I keep forgetting exists. You just attack with everything here? Play the warning shots, play Disintegrates. Well, Disintegrates, draw a card, I keep forgetting that. So maybe we don't play the Disintegrates and just play the warning shots. Clear the board to Deathless Guardian Angel Ravenous Hydra. Warning shot, warning shot, warning shot, warning shot. You know, Morning Shot's kind of like the opposite of Ebb and Flow. Ebb and Flow feels really calm to use, and Morning Shot feels really aggressive. You still play them both a bunch of times, but Ebb and Flow is so calm, and Morning Shot is so not. I'd take Roar of the Slayer here, probably. Maybe Electro Harpoon, though. It lets you discard a card and it does some damage to the Nexus. I mean, both discard a card, it goes. Greyback doesn't kill anything. which is kind of its purpose. Oxine for the nexus. And now you can kill something with Death's Hand. Oh, Greyback's good too. Greyback's actually really good here. And we're good.
Don't make me hurt you.
We block. With the two of them dying, I think it kills the entire board.
My name's Annie. What's your favorite aminal?
Not sure that we need Roar of the Slayer here unless we're just trying to get rid of cards out of our hand, which is totally valid. And we pass, we have 4 warning shots in hand. Means the nexus is dead. Pew 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 pew. Easy. All right. I would take Captive Greyback here. Or maybe even Stress Defense to deal with the Poro later. He goes with Ionian Tailstones. I said that in a weird way. Probably for the draw champion would be my guess. And drawing the champion isn't bad if you don't get any, you kind of lose. Here's an interesting shop. You have Haunted Tomb with Home Turf, which is really good because you're killing Annie forcibly. And you have Scorched Earth. Now, the Scorched Earth is bad because it has Emperor's Favor, which adds a card to your hand, but more copies of Scorched Earth is probably worthwhile. And he ends up taking 1 copy of the Haunted Tomb, and then 3 copies of the Scorched Earth. He does re-roll this power twice and gets rewarded with Perfected Mana Flow. I probably would have just taken Fast Deal, because extra cards are always good. And yeah, he does eventually take every copy of Scorched Earth, which I think is correct, because if you have Scorched Earth, you win the game. And if you don't have Scorched Earth, you don't win the game as fast. Still win the game, just a little bit slower. And he starts with Haunted Tomb. The entire purpose of which is that it has Scorched Earth on it. Or Home Turf. He had a Scorched Earth before he played cards, I think. But maybe I'm wrong. I think he played 1 more card than he needed to before. But I'm not sure. Might have needed the spell mana. Not sure what you take there. Probably doesn't matter that much. You have Noxian Fervor and enough mana to use it.
This way. This is so big.
We attack, getting our non-ephemeral killed. The ephemeral manages to live. We get 4 warning shots out of it. We play all 4. I would play all 4. Please play all 4. So we didn't play all 4. Now, I think we had lethal if we play all 4.
Sun and sand at his command.
They play a bunch of cards, our warning shots get more expensive. It's fine. Probably just skip block here. Warning shot. Disintegrate could draw you into like Noxian Fervor. Or the Slayer would remove a unit. I don't think it matters. Taking 3 damage isn't that big of a deal. So now we gray back and win the game. Yeah. Double up on Trinket Trade. Has Pyromantic Quake already, why not give it Thieves Gloves? Could pull Elixir of Sorcery. And we see Spellburn, which is the most obvious pull of our entire lives. Makes every warning shot do 8 damage instead of 4. Have Annie in hand, reroll everything else, maybe keep the Bouncing Bomb because it has Predict. And we pull Haunted Tomb again. It has Home Turf and we've drawn it twice. We only have 1 copy and probably like a 40 card deck at this point. And we have an inability to get rid of Haunted Tomb from our hand. Warning shot, warning shot, warning shot, warning shot. Every time they play a unit, we're going to get all of our warning shots back because we have Deathless Guardian Angel, which is an infinite. And every time they play a unit with more power than 0, all our units are going to get hit with Gloom. We could take Crumble eventually. We need a little bit more mana. So what I would do here is hit Warning Shot, hit Tellstones, hit Warning Shot, hit Crumble. So the landmark would be removed. And then all your units will probably die when they play a unit. And then you'll be able to just finish off the Nexus with 100 warning shots. Star chart for Moonsilver. And again, here you could take Crumble. We could make it cost less with Moonsilver. And also refill our mana because of Nami power. And then there would be no landmark. Round ends, they summon Poros. Because of that, all of the Annies come back. Arastin comes down. I think we were discussing this. I think there's an infinite here if Arastin comes down and we don't have power overwhelming, where Arastin comes out, the Annies die, killing Arastin, and then Arastin comes back, killing the Annie, and then the Annie dies, comes back, kills Arastin. I think that would happen until the Nexus died from Explosive Finale. But I think it's an infinite loop. Not sure exactly how it works. Would have been fun to see, but we unfortunately did not get to see it because we had power overwhelming. Let's take more Trinket Trade probably. Spellslinger can maybe help you against the Giant Poro. Or Catastrophe. But I don't know, doubling up on cards is good. Iceborne Gauntlet is the most obvious take of our life. He thought about it for a while. He did not need to think about it because Iceborne Gauntlet is really, really good. It solves all of your endgame problems. Go into Zeebles. So now we have a lot of things going for us. We have Scorched Earth, we have Spellburn, we have Perfection, obviously, from the beginning. We have Deathless and Guardian Angel. We have Ravenous Hydra to clear the board. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Drop Annie. We don't have Scorched Earth. We have something with Predict, we should probably play it. Still doing a ton of damage to the Nexus just based off the Spell Burn plus Warning Shot. Power Kegs for bonus damage, probably. Not sure it matters because of Perfection, actually. Moonglow because it's free to play. And we predict into Scorched Earth. So now we Scorched Earth. Taking Noxian Fervor. We can draw into Noxian Fervor with the Emperor's Guard. Or you could wait till next round, I guess. I don't know. More powder. I probably don't play that. Moonglow, I guess.
I wanna play.
Disintegrate your own unit for draw. I think we did Scorched Earth at some point, and I skipped past it? I might have edited it out, I don't know. There's a weird skip there.
This way.
Morning shot, morning shot, morning shot. And we win! Spellburn is so good. Every spell we play is profit. This is pure profit. More Scorched Earth. I might have taken Wall up given the Heart of the Fluft coming up, but Scorched Earth is probably objectively correct. You can play it round one, you just kind of win the game. We also have unlimited capture as long as we have Annie. Also, Hero's Horn on Scorched Earth means that we'll always have Annie. So we don't draw our champion, but it's fine with Scorched Earth. Maybe we can play a spell first? No, there's... Trinket Trade, maybe? I think there might have been a way to get enough mana to play. Trinket Trade for like Otterpuss. Otterpuss has a tune. Then you can play spells to grow into it. We have Perfected Mana Flow, so we can start with 3. I think there might have been a way. Might be wrong though. I can't do that calculation. Equinox. Pokey Stick. And see now if they open attack, you die. But usually they play Heart of the Fluft first over the Heart of the Fluft just to make a bigger one. But if they had open attacked, that's kind of the whole thing. But they don't, so we capture. Morning Shot, and then Stun. And Death's Hand finishing off the game. I think either of those spells would have been enough because of Spellburn. And finally, we get to Zoe and Poro King. Death's Hand with cost reduction. Seems like the best choice. Should be relatively straightforward. Just do the exact same thing we've been doing. So I would re-roll here, try to get Scorched Earth, then we find it. So we drop Annie. Go hard is fine, does nothing. Probably don't play all 3 warning shots. I think I would have just played 1. And then I would have Scorched Earth and then played the rest of the warning shots. We should warning shot now, and then probably like Shimmering Mirage. I think it's Burst. Will give us 2 warning shots back from copying a nanny. Then we can attack. Take the Serpent because it's free. Take Stylish Shot. Doesn't matter what you take here. Crescent's probably the best. And Sprite Dance could maybe recall an Annie to hand if you ever didn't have one on board, or if you only had one on board. But normally you can have more than that. That is still good. They play Catastrophe. Doesn't really matter. We have Shimmering Mirage. Or we can just stun. Then we finished off with Warning Shot, which was the entire, you know, theme of the game. And that is that. That is a 3-star Annie with no epic relics. A bonus star that, you know, didn't ever actually do anything. And we traded off our 3-star power. So maybe you could have even done this at 2 stars. But yeah, I mean, pretty brilliant build. I think it can work on a number of champions that are low cost, doing the exact same thing. Annie's probably a little bit better because you have Guile in your starting deck, which is really solid. And obviously the run was lucky in a lot of ways, picking up Deathless fairly early and taking Nami's power. Nami's power did so much work, turning our warning shots into actual spendable spell mana. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, I think it is a really good build. The Ravenous Hydra is super satisfying to watch. The warning shots did plenty of damage to the Nexus, often doing like almost enough damage to clear the Nexus before the landmark even went away. Annie is Noxus, which means that you have a higher chance of getting something like Scorched Earth in your draft pool as well. So yeah, I mean, all in all, amazing run, right? And it's a 3-star no epic relic, so that is what we like to see. And if anyone else wants to submit a video and get criticized for, you know, like an hour, feel free. I mean, talk to me first though. Yeah, but I'm open to doing some review. I probably won't do it too much because I don't like taking other people's gameplay. I'd rather just show my own. That way when I'm critical of my gameplay, you know, no one has to maybe feel bad about that. I did talk to Huffy before, and, you know, checked his comfort level on me being critical about gameplay. But yeah, honestly, it's a brilliant build. 3-star, no epic relics, level 30, and managed to pull it off with basically no problems at all. Like, I mean, obviously, like I said, there's some luck in your power picks, but yeah, I mean, solid. Very, very solid. You had control over the board pretty much the entire time with Deathless. I don't think there's any changes you could even make. It'd be nice to have like Voidborn somewhere, but I mean, where are you gonna put it? There's nowhere for it. So, and like I said, I think it can work on any like probably 1 to 3 cost champion, maybe 3 might be pushing it, but at least 1 and 2 cost. So I think this is a very, very good build. I'm a little upset that I didn't think about it, but super happy that Huffy decided to share it with us. Yeah, so that is all for me. Thank you for watching. I want to say words, but I can't find them, so I guess that's going to be it. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.